Hey, and welcome back to the channel. So it is Tuesday night and it is our last live of 2021 because we're about to embark on 2022. What am I saying? I don't even know. Anyway, welcome to our Tuesday night live. If you are brand new here, I would love to invite you to join our growing community here on YouTube. Smash the subscribe button. Make sure to give the thumbs up, some love. And let me know in the comments, where are you watching from? Where are you tuning in from tonight? I would love to know. So tonight, we are going to be talking about 6 different things that you can do to get back on track after a holiday, after Christmas, after really any like vacation, holiday, birthday, like any time you get off track when it comes to weight loss, things you can do to get back on track and get the scale moving in the right direction, which is, you know, kind of the point if you're trying to get healthy, making sure you're at a healthy weight and is obviously a part of that. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in to the 6 things that you can do starting tonight to get back on track. Let's just say you've been losing weight and you got off track during Christmas. You made some decisions that you were like, caca, and you got on the scale and it flipped you off. These are some things that I do after I've gotten off track, after vacations and other things, simple things that you can do as well. So number 1, and this happened in my house yesterday. So we had family in town for the holidays, and Monday morning they left to go back home. And this happened in my house yesterday morning. It happens after every holiday. So this is probably, these are all really important, but this first one we're going to talk about is probably the biggest one on the list. All right. So number 1 is get the junk out of your house. Get the junk out of the house. The one thing I know is around holidays, birthdays, celebrations, all the things. Have you ever noticed that junk tends to congregate? It collects in the house. So for example, yesterday morning inside of my house, we had some leftover cinnamon rolls. We had some leftover Christmas cookies. We had some leftover candy canes that have been given to my kids by like lots of people. I don't know what is up this year, but everybody's been giving my kids candy canes. And so yesterday morning, it was like, okay, like the 6 Christmas cookies that were left, garbage. The 2 cinnamon rolls that were left, garbage. The handful of candy canes that have been given to my kids, garbage. Why? Because my kids have been eating trash just like the rest of our family for the past couple days. And so everything's about balance. And what I know is especially for us, right? Especially for those of us that have struggled with our weight, especially for those of us that have struggled with emotional eating, that have habits of eating junk all around the holidays. Like the holidays for a lot of us that struggle with our weight are all about the food and, you know, what we can eat and how much we can eat and eating ourselves into a food coma and our stretchy pants and all the things. And so like what I've learned is it's fine if you want to celebrate during Christmas. But for a lot of people, those celebrations never stop. And what we do is we develop a habit of having the junk in the house versus balance. So our family, we ate junk during the Christmas holiday. And the pendulum totally swung this way. In fact, it was so funny. My brother-in-law and my mother-in-law, they were like, here's the fitness coach, here's the health coach. And like, we had so much food. And my mother-in-law was like, she's probably going to blame this on us. And I'm like, no, I chose this. It's balance. It's not about deprivation. And so the pendulum of crappy eating swung this way, right? So now Christmas is done. Balance comes in. You eat your favorite things 20% of the time. You eat healthy 80% of the time. So now the pendulum of the crappy eating has to swing back this way. And so yesterday it looked like having a protein shake, having a salad, some lean chicken breast. It looked like healthy. It looked like back on track. It looked like, let me lose those 3.5 pounds I gained during Christmas. It didn't look like what most people do and what I used to do and what I was way guilty of, and hear me, is you extend the Christmas, you extend the birthday, you extend the crap eating. And so many of us say, oh, because I don't want to throw it away. That's not being financially responsible. It's good food. There's people starving. I get it. But you're going to pay for it one way or the other. Because if we're always eating the crap, eventually it's going to come out later in life in the doctor bills we're paying and the extra clothes we're having to buy because our butt grew. So we're going to spend it either way. I would rather waste some food and be healthy than have doctor bills and extra clothes and 8 sizes in my closet and all the things. And so if it's after the holiday, get rid of the junk. You can't eat what's not there. You can't eat what's not there. Now, here's what I will tell you. And our second one's gonna help with this. But after you've been eating sugar and carbs, sugar actually has the same effects. Scientists have proven that sugar has, this tripped me out the first time I heard it. Sugar has the same effect on your body as crack cocaine. So like when you have it, your body actually craves it. And when you stop having it after having it, it almost like fiends for it. So if, like yesterday after having days of sugar, like in the afternoon, I was like thinking about sugar. I was wanting to eat sugar. My brain was like, oh, there's what about this and what about that? Because it's addictive properties, just like crack, which is kind of crazy. So if it's not in my house, I can't eat it. Does that make sense? So pour out the eggnog, get rid of the hot cocoa, get rid of the apple cider, get rid of the cookies, get rid of the candy, throw it away or go give it to some neighbors. Get it out of your house. Don't matter where it goes as long as it's out of your house. And if you're one that struggles, if you've never really struggled with eating addictions and emotional eating and been severely overweight, you might not have struggled with this. But if you're somebody who knows that you'll go back in the trash can and get it, put it down the garbage disposal or crumple it up and go throw it in the woods or throw it, go drive by the grocery store and take a bag and throw it in the grocery store garbage can or the gas station garbage can. If you know you're somebody that'll go back in the garbage can and get the food. Been there, done that. Now, this was food that was in, like if it was wrapped in aluminum foil, wrapped in a plastic bag, a thing of Oreos thrown, I didn't just throw an Oreo in the trash and get it. But if it was sealed in the container, fair game. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what food addiction does. That's what any addiction does. It has you do these illogical things. So, number one, get rid of the junk. Get it out of the house. Bye-bye, junk food. All right, number two, and this is going to help with getting rid of some of those cravings, some of those sugar-like fiendings that you're having. Drink your water. Drink at least half your body weight in water every single day. And if you are not in the habit of drinking water, it's really simple. Set some alarms on your phone. When I first started training my body to drink water, and even now, I adopted the 10-sip habit, which means anytime the water bottle touches my mouth, I take 10 drinks. Do you know that actually speeds up your metabolism just by doing that, which helps you burn more fat? Your body processes the food faster just by doing the 10-sip rule. Isn't that kind of crazy? And so if you're somebody who's just not in the habit of drinking water or you struggle to drink your water, every time you take a drink, 10 drinks, 10 sips of that water every single time. Set some alarms that you're going to drink your water because the water, getting back on track, is going to help you get rid of all that stuff that is collected in your body. All the junk. It's going to get your metabolism moving. It's going to help flush out all the things. It's going to help with those sugar cravings. It's going to help with the body detoxing from any holiday eating. All right. Number three, moving your body 30 minutes a day, getting your workout in. Working out, if you're trying to lose weight, especially after the holiday, because if you went through the holiday and you gained 5, 6, 7 pounds, 10, I have a girl gain 10 pounds, whatever it is. And if you gained that much weight over the holiday, that's what we call fake weight, which means it attached itself to your body really fast. And just as fast as it attached it, you can get it off just by doing these things. It's not going to take you 2 weeks to get that weight off if you do these things that I'm talking to you about, okay? So moving your body 30 minutes a day, that is like pouring gasoline on the fire. If you have a fire, you pour gasoline on it, it goes really fast. And so making sure that you're moving your body 30 minutes a day, it's burning calories. And losing weight is about being in a calorie deficit. So if you're watching what you're in, you have to be in a deficit of 3,500 calories to get rid of 1 pound. So if all you're doing is cutting calories to try to lose weight, it's going to take a lot longer than if you're actually adding a workout in. Because if you're adding a workout into it, that's way more calories you're burning, which puts you in a much bigger deficit, which means typically you're going to lose weight much, 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 much faster. I know that I lost weight way faster because I worked out than, not working out. So that's number 3. Move your body 30 minutes a day. You don't got to go to the gym for hours. 30 minutes a day, 6 days a week. I work out from home. I'm a mom of 3. I can't imagine having to go to the gym and drive and traffic and all the things. I work out from home, but move your body 30 minutes a day, whether it's walking, whether it's, a YouTube workout. I use a streaming service where I just press play and there's these trainers that tell me what to do, so 30 minutes a day, move your body. It helps ridiculously for getting that extra weight off. All right, number 4, set boundaries. Set boundaries with those that are in your house. Those that are, so when I first started losing weight, I had to set some boundaries with my husband and my parents. And I'll tell you why in just a moment. My husband is a 4th meal lover. He used to love 4th meal, okay? And when I first started losing weight, he wasn't exactly on board when it came to how I was choosing to eat. So it was like, baby, I'm not going to tell you what to eat, but I am going to ask that you don't buy any junk and bring it into the house. And if you do buy it, that you hide it and you don't even let me know you have it. And it was the same thing with my parents. My parents wouldn't get it for me, but they would get it for my kids. So, after Christmas, they'd see the candy on sale and my dad's got a sweet tooth and it's like, oh, here's some Tootsie Rolls, here's some candy canes, here's some whatevers. And it was just like, Dad, we just got done eating crap for 4 days. The kids don't need junk food. So if you bring over a bag of junk food, I'm gonna throw it away or I'm gonna give it away. And it was, and at first when I would say that, I would feel awful because I knew that it was coming from a good place with my dad. Like he was doing it because he loved the kids. But I also know most parents reward with food because they love their kids and it creates all these issues with food. And so it's okay to set boundaries. And it's okay when someone brings over candy for you to either throw it away, get rid of it, give it away, or just say, hey, we're actually, we just went through the holidays of eating a bunch of candy and right now we're clearing out the house. So I'm going to ask that you just don't bring any over. I'm going to ask that, whatever, but boundaries are a good thing. Boundaries actually help keep you on track. What boundaries do is they tell other people that you're serious about a goal. That's what it does. It sets the tone for your life. It sets the path that you are on and it determines how fast you're going to hit your goals. No boundaries with anybody in your life. Boundaries aren't a bad thing. Boundaries are freaking, oh my goodness, a life without boundaries is typically going to be a life without hitting many goals. And it's typically the people closest to us that we've got to set boundaries with. Why? Because social pressure and food bullying is a real thing. And most of the time that comes from people that love us and care about us and they don't even realize they're doing it. And so make sure you set boundaries. Make sure that you have communicated in love to the people around you on what you're willing to eat and what you're not. What foods you're willing to allow to come into your house and what you're not. It doesn't make you, again, and we can all be jerks, right? But you can communicate this in love because you're committed to your goal and you're committed to not stopping this to not stopping just because a freaking holiday happened. Anyway, or not letting the holiday derail you. So set boundaries. I could keep talking on this one. I'm trying not to get too deep in it, but set boundaries. Boundaries protect you and help you get to your goal. Boundaries set both parties up to succeed. Does that make sense? Boundaries keep relationships healthy and strong. I used to be not very good at setting boundaries, and I had a lot of relationship struggles and bitterness and resentment. And now that I set boundaries, I have more thriving, flourishing relationships in my life than I ever have. And I know part of that is because I've set boundaries in a lot of areas, but especially with my health. My health is important. My kids' health is important. And so there needs, in a country where over 70% of people are overweight and over 50% of kids are overweight, if I don't set any boundaries with what food I allow in my house, I'm setting myself up to fail and my kids up to fail when it comes to our health. All right. Number 5, have a vision. Where are you going? And we're going to talk more about this in the coming weeks as we get into 2022. What is a vision? How do you get one? How do you grow it? Where do you start? But what is your vision for your health? Where are you going? And why are you going there? You know, we're ending 2021, which means 2022 is a blink away. 1 year from today, where will you be? 1 year from today, where will your health be? What will the size of your butt be? Will you have hit your health goals, or will another year come and go where you're still talking about it instead of doing it? Because have you noticed every year there's the people that talk about it and then there's the actual people that do it? Every year there's people that come from poverty and become wealthy. There's people that take failing businesses to succeeding wildly. There's people that go from being morbidly obese to fit and healthy. There's people that go from having diabetes and IBS and a bunch of sleep apnea machines to getting off all of their diabetes medication, sleep, being healthier than they've ever been in their adult life. There's the talkers and the doers. And behind the talkers, there's hope. There's some hope that this is going to work. But behind the doers is a vision combined with action. They caught a vision for where they were going, and then they took action on the vision. And there's a difference between hope and action. There is a difference, and we're going to talk about that in the coming. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you've rang the notification bell, because the topics we're going to do on vision are going to help you set your year up, help you set your 2022 up to actually succeed at this thing called weight loss, to actually have you succeed in hitting your health goals this year, for you to actually be one of the doers instead of one of the talkers. Okay? So, vision, where are you going? And our last and final point for tonight is press the reset button. If you're coming out of a holiday, a birthday, if you just came out of Christmas and you fell off track, if you fell off plan, what I used to do and what I see a lot of people do is they spend time beating themselves up, or they justify it, or they make excuses for it, versus just saying, I went off plan. I'm not proud of it. I got some work ahead of me to make up for my bad decisions. Reset button, let's go. Not, I don't care, I did it, and it is what it is. That's justification. That's saying you're actually okay with your choices, and then most of the time, none of us are going to be okay with setting ourselves back weeks. Doesn't mean you beat yourself up. It is what it is. It's in the past. You've done it. Hey, I made some decisions that didn't line up with my goals. I've got to deal with those consequences. I set myself back a couple weeks, but I'm pressing the reset button right now. And my past doesn't equal my future. Let's go. It's pressing that reset button and realizing that we've never screwed up enough to fix it. We've never gotten too off track that we can't turn the bus around. We are never too far gone to make a decision now and get our health going in the right direction and actually hit our goals instead of talking about it. And so press the reset button. Forgive yourself for getting off track, for making a decision, for not honoring a commitment, whatever it was. You are a human being, which means you're not perfect, and none of us make the right decision all the time. It's part of being a human. But you learn from it, you analyze it, and you make different decisions next time. You're a work in progress. It's about moving forward. It's not about getting knocked down. It's about how fast can you get up after getting knocked down. And so those are our 6 tips for getting back on track after a holiday, for getting back on track after any kind of getting off track. And let me know in the comments which were your favorites tonight. Which ones did you hear and go, oh yes, I need to do that. And so anyway, we will be back next Tuesday with another episode of The Biggest Transformation. Coming in 2022 is going to be season 4 of The Biggest Transformation. In a couple weeks, you're going to be able to, we just wrapped season 3. Dana Geyer was announced as the winner of season 3 of The Biggest Transformation. And we are going to be coming at you in just a few weeks. You're going to be able to meet the cast of season 4. Incredible. I mean, I'm talking about people losing Bryce lost 63 pounds, 65 pounds in 12 weeks. Dana lost like 46 pounds in 12 weeks. Krista Joy, 45 pounds in 12 weeks. Craziness. These people are literally changing their lives, taking their lives back. And so make sure you're subscribed so that when season 4 comes out, you don't miss it. So thank you so much for watching. We will see you next week, same time, same place, and it'll be 2022. So we'll see you then.